Our first card in the King Von Cycle deck is the Evo Dark Goblin because he shoots fast like a gun with a switch. Then we have the Evo Hunter as like a police officer who catches criminals with his net. Then we have the Bandit because she's fast and she's a criminal. Then we have Cannon Cart because it's a literal drive-by. That's why I chose Cannon Cart. Then we have Royal Ghost as like your dead homie. Then we got Goblin Gang because they're a literal gang. Pretty self-explanatory on why I chose that one. Then we got Arrows as like a rapid-fire bullet stream. And then we have Hog Rider for, obvious reasons. So let's get into our first game. So these clips are actually pre-recorded, and I'm doing commentary after the fact. So I'm just going to go with you what I did. So we place Dark Goblin here for some chip, and he places Knight to block it. Then I'm going to go with the Goblin Gang to chip on the balloon. But he does log. So we just go with Bandit, and he's going to get a little bit of damage from the balloon on my tower, but that's alright because we're going to do a comeback. Then we go Hog Rider with Bandit just to put some pressure on him. And he places Inferno Tower, but that gets dealt with pretty quickly by our push. And we do get some good chip on his tower, if you could even call that chip. That's a lot of damage. So right now, I'm thinking about what card I should place. And then I go with Royal Ghost in the back, just to pressure and just to cycle. I'm going to try to save my Hunter for his balloons. That's my game plan on how I'm going to win. He does play Witch in the front here, which is not the end of the world, but it is going to be annoying. And I go ahead and cycle my Cannon Cart in the back just to, prepare for his incoming push. He places Knight and Firecracker, so I just go ahead and arrows all that. Then I put Hunter on top of the Witch just to clear everything up. Then I go with Hog Rider, and he's going to play a low Inferno Tower right here, which is very bad play because my Hunter could just shred it. And I'm going to get a lot of damage with my Hog now. So here I'm just kind of chilling, letting the Hog Rider do his thing, and then I go ahead and cycle the Dark Goblin at the bridge just to put some pressure on. We do get a good connect on the Dark Goblin. His tower is very low, so all I have to do really now is just defend pretty well. He goes ahead and plays Valkyrie with his balloon. I go ahead and Bandit to distract the Valkyrie and put my Goblin Gang for the balloon. And then I go ahead and put Hunter on top of that. Just cleans everything up, even though we did get a hit. But now we have a small counter push going. And he goes ahead and places the Knight. And then right here, I do quickly take out his Firecracker. You never want to let that Firecracker get too much value because it could be devastating. And I go ahead and place my Hog Rider and my Dark Goblin to predict his Inferno Tower. And I go ahead and get that prediction, but he arrows my Dark Goblin. So we don't wind up getting any damage. But I go ahead and place Bandit to pressure. He places Valkyrie, and then I know he's going to go with the balloon right behind it. So I go with Royal Ghost, and then I put my Evo Hunter to take down the balloon. And we clean up that push very nicely. Then we go ahead and rush with Hog Rider while we have this push going. He does place Evo Witch, which is not the end of the world. I go ahead and arrows that. And all I need to do now is just cycle my arrows on his tower, and then we win the game. So I place Royal Ghost to prepare to take out his Evo Witch. And then he places Balloon, so I respond with a Hunter just to take it out. Then I go with Bandit. And in the end, we do get the arrows connection, and we do wind up winning the game. And then we hit him with the Goblin Boohoo emote because he's running a weird deck. And he hits me with the Princess Shush, but that's alright because we get our lucky drop. And I don't remember what I get actually. 3-star. Legendary World Watcher, which is not bad. On to the next game. So as we load into the match here, I take a look at my cards and I go ahead and place Dark Goblin at the bridge just to get some chip and to cycle the Evo, but he does block it with skeletons. He goes ahead and plays Royal Ghost in the back right here in a second, and then I go and put my Hunter in the back just to, cycle Evo, as one would do. Then coming up here, we go ahead and place the Hog Rider down, pulls the Ghost, and then we get the connection with the Hunter just to clean it up. He does play Furnace in the back, and at this point, I could tell that he's running the Furnace Royal Giant deck. So I place Cannon Cart to deal with his Royal Giant, and then I go Bandit on the other lane to clean everything up. Bandit does take out his furnace right here, and it crosses the bridge, but he blocks it with skeletons, so we get no damage. And then right here, I go with Dark Goblin in the back to cycle. Then he plays Royal Ghost on top of my cannon cart, which is, you know, not a big deal, whatever. We get some good damage with the Dark Goblin, and he places Furnace in the back. So we respond with a Royal Ghost, and then we place Hog Rider other lane to get some pressure. And he does have Fisherman, but that's alright because he placed it wrong. So our Hog still got some damage. And then our Royal Ghost takes out his Furnace. And we go and place Hunter in front of the Royal Giant just to DPS that down. And right now we have our Dark Goblin Evo in our hands. So we place Bandit in the back. You know, you guys know how it is at this point. Cycle. And then our Hunter pops a load of shots into the Royal Ghost. And we place Cannon Cart to distract it and take it out. Bandit is selling right here. I don't know what she's doing going across the whole map. But she does get taken out by the Hunter. And we go Hog Rider with the Cannon Cart for a counter push. And the Cannon Cart does get a good connect. And is actually taking for the Hog Rider. So we get some crazy damage. And then we go ahead and place Royal Ghost to take care of his Furnace. And I can tell right here he's about to go with the Royal Giant. So I place the Goblin Gang to distract the Fisherman. And I put the Hunter Evo so that way we could stop the Royal Giant. And then right here I put my Bandit down. And he does lightning my Hunter, which was pretty bad on his part. He did overcommit just for one troop. So he has no elixir. So we can go in and push right now. So that's a lot of damage on his tower right there. So we place Royal Ghost in the back just to set up for his next push. So then we put the Hunter right here just so we can clean up his Ghost. And then he places Royal Giant. I put Goblin Gang on top of that. He goes ahead and logs here so it gets mostly cleaned up. Then we go Hog Rider to just to push on the other side. And he does take our tower. And right here I do emote because I think I won the game. But then I realize it's a 1-1 tower situation. So I didn't actually win yet. But we're getting there. So we go Bandit for pressure. Just so that way he can't play anything. We place Royal Ghost on top of that Fisherman just to take it out. And then we go Hunter to DPS down his Royal Giant. And then we go with Goblin Gang on top to pull everything away. It goes with a bad Furnace placement. And we go and get Bandit to take that out. So Bandit crosses the bridge. And then he goes with a Hunter to take everything out. But that's alright. Because we go with Cannon Cart to prepare for his Royal Giant in the pocket. Because, you know, that's what all Royal Giant players do. Then we go ahead and place Royal Ghost. And then we go Hunter Evo. So that way we can stop that Royal Giant. And then his Fisherman does pull my Hunter away. But that's not a big deal. Then we go ahead and pressure with Hog here. He places a terrible Fisherman right there. Because our Hog can still get damage on his tower. And so because of that, we go ahead and win the game on that one lock. And I hit him with the Electro Wizard emote. And he hits me with the pig. And then I hit him with I go ahead and Princess emote on him. And then let's open up our lucky drop. I think this one was actually pretty good. No, this one was terrible. It was a one drop. Yeah, so next game. So we start the round as we always do. Just take a look at our starting hands. And I go ahead and place Hog Rider here. Just to see what he has. And he places a really weird Inferno Tower. And I go Goblin Gang. Just to pressure on the right side. And he places Tombstone. Right here, I hit him with the Hog Thinking emote. Because I'm like, what is this dude playing? 2 buildings. And then he places Freeze. So this guy's deck is super duper weird. And at this point, I don't even know what to do. So I just go Bandit. Probably the safest bet. And he places Tesla. You know, this guy's running a super strange deck. I go ahead and hit him with WoW. So I place Dark Goblin in the back. And Royal Ghost. And places Cannon. So this guy's just running a full building only deck. And that Inferno Tower gets shredded. So my Hog and Dark Goblin are going crazy on his left side. And then I go Goblin Gang on the right side to punish him because he's running a weird deck. We do take his tower on the left side. And at this point it's basically game. He has no offensive cards. So we would have won it either way. So I just go Bandit in the back. And I don't even know. Cannon Cart. And then watch this, guys. You'll never believe what he does. He freezes my Bandit. So I hit him with a random Hog emote. And then I gave him the furnace, bring it on. And he lightning's my tower. You know, if I were this guy, I would do the same. But at this point, it's basically GG. So we go ahead and let's just cut to the 3 crown. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting game. I hit him with the GG clapping emote. And let's see what our lucky drop gives us. Spoiler alert, it's a 4-star. And we get 32 freezes. So pretty worthless. But that was my first video. So if you guys liked it, you know, show some support. And here's the deck for anybody who wanted to see it again. So yeah, Clash or Quag, first video. I'll see you guys next time.